Hi guys, welcome to another training. Today is going to be all about handling commitment objections. So, one of the biggest things that goes on with coaching or any network marketing is hearing those no's, right? So, when we first begin coaching, most of us are so afraid to invite because of hearing those no's and hearing that disappointment over and over again. So I'm here to go over a couple scenarios with you guys and how to handle those objections of with having a conversation with somebody, or they shoot you down right off the bat, or they have money objections, or not right now, this is not the good time, I don't have time for this. So I'm just going to be going over a couple of things that I wrote down and I want to share with you guys that I think will help you with just those conversations that you guys are having. So today's topic is handling those commitment objections, and our quote for today is, my hair is crazy, thinking will not overcome fear, but action will. So no matter what situation you're in, if you're not going to put action into play with those fears, nothing's going to happen and you're never going to overcome them, because you're always going to be afraid to invite, you're always going to be afraid to follow up, and you're always going to be afraid to hear those no's. And you guys, if you aren't hearing no's and you're not having those conversations of people saying no, then you're not growing your business, right? So the more no's you hear, the more yeses will come from them. So go for the no is one big quote. So every time you hear no, just be excited about it. And when you have those lists of people, make sure all those people that say no, you're just crossing them and crossing and crossing. And the more no's that you get, the more comfortable you're going to get, and the more yeses are going to come later on. So with that being said, one of the biggest reasons that people say no is not because of you or what we're offering. It's because they don't know what we're offering and they're not knowledgeable, or they don't understand what you're offering them. Sometimes we invite them to a challenge group and people say no right off the bat. It doesn't necessarily have to do with the programs or the nutrition or you, but having to do with they might not know what a challenge group is, so they're just going to say no. So I'm just going to share a couple things that I wrote down with you guys and a great example of how to handle an objection. Okay, so if you guys have pen and paper or you have your iPad, computer, you could write these down, and there's also scripts for them. So either way, you're going to be good. So if the client says, I think it sounds good, but between work and everything else in life, there's no way I could find the time to do it right now. So rather than saying, okay, no big deal, we try to combat their objection. So I would say something like, yeah, we could all use a couple more hours in the day, right? I get it. Most of my clients had the same exact concern when they got started. I appreciate you taking this so seriously. It makes me want to help you even more. So rather than just saying okay and just shutting down the conversation, you're relating to them. There's other clients that I have that had the same pushback as you, and try to get to know them a little bit better. So then ask a question. So what would the right balance look like for you? Just to make sure we're looking at this form from all angles. Let's just say you decided to jump into the challenge group and had to find the time to do it. What would you have to do to get to the time? Do you think that results would be worth it? So really dig deep onto what their days look like. How much time do they have to dedicate to a workout? What does it look like? And what is it worth to them? People don't just sign up for no reason, right? There has to be some value or something that they're looking for to improve their own life that they're going to say yes. So what are their goals? What are they looking to accomplish? And then with that, we twist around our conversations to see what they're looking for and the value that we're offering. So I know it may not be clear how you'll find the time right now, but I could tell you that I've worked with a lot of people with the same concern, and they found that the time and have told me what they gained was well worth it. And they also found that it wasn't as hard to make their health and fitness a priority as they thought it would be. Thanks to the products and the programs, why not just go for it and join my challenge group? So when people have these conversations with you and they're giving you objections, whether it's for the workouts or the nutrition shake, sometimes, for an example, with the shakes, no, I'm not a shake person. No, that's too expensive. So rather than shooting down the conversation, we kind of get to know, what they're looking for. Okay, well, I'm not a shake person either, but after I learned the benefits, or I tried it out for a couple of days, and after a month I saw these results, and adding that value to show them. Is there anything you're struggling with? Do you skip meals? Do you have crazy cravings at night like me? And then implement that with what we're offering. So, okay, maybe $130 is a lot of money, right, for the shakes, or if you sign up for the coach discount, it's $99. Still sounds like a lot of money because I thought the same thing. But okay, we have a couple different ways we look at this. One, if you sign up for the coach discount, you'll get a discount for, right, 25% off. Or also, if you sign up and you're getting these shakes anyway and you're drinking them every single day, not only are you saving money on your grocery list because you're replacing a meal with them, but the shakes are only $4.19 per shake. So if you're replacing a meal with that, you're actually saving money, not wasting it. So we want to make sure that whatever objections they have, we're coming at it in a way that adds value to it. So, okay, you're not a shake person, but maybe you have IBS, you have crazy headaches, you're not seeing the results that you want, your hair isn't getting as long as it want, your skin, your nails, like whatever your goals are, and you're not seeing that in day-to-day life. But just like me, if you start drinking these shakes, these are the benefits that I've had, and maybe they can help you too. And also, if you try out these shakes and you don't like them, you have 30 days to return them. Even if you drank the entire bag, you'll still get your money back. And it's not a crazy commitment. We go out to Target trips and spend, $100 here, $200 here on things that we don't even need. And here we have pushback with products and a community and the whole package of helping somebody with their health and fitness to live longer and be healthier and be happier. And people object to it. It's just crazy, but that's the way we have to think about it. When you're inviting people, they don't necessarily know what you're inviting them to. I have so many conversations and they're like, no, thank you. I have a routine going on, or no, I do this already. And later they find out to be like, oh, well, you guys also have these programs at home, or, oh, what is this shake that you're drinking? Oh, you guys have, collagen boost too? I didn't know that. That's why it's nice to have these conversations to go to figure out what their goals are and what they're looking for to combat those objections. So those are a couple different examples. And same thing, I don't have time. I have a couple toddlers at home. I have kids. I can't do this right now. And it's just not going to work for me. And then same thing. Oh, wow, really? I'm a toddler mom too. And I actually did these programs before them. And now I'm in better shape, than I ever was with 2 kids. When my baby goes to take a nap, I press play on my workout. I don't have to worry about getting a babysitter. I don't have to worry about driving to the gym. I don't have to worry about hiring a nanny, any of those things, and just relate to them and just show them the value of what we're offering, because people don't necessarily know. So don't be afraid to hear those no's and those objections, because they will definitely limit you from signing up all these people. And the people that you don't ask and you don't have those conversations with, somebody else will. So make sure you're engaging, make sure you're having those conversations. And the more no's that you hear, those are the people that usually come back a couple months from now, next year, 2 years from now, because you're constantly showing up and you're adding value. That's why posting on our stories and doing call to actions and posting in Facebook and Instagram or whatever network you're using, to just show them what we're doing and sharing those values with sharing that we're saving money, sharing the coach opportunity and saying, maybe you got $100 this week and that pays for your, your grocery bill, or wow, I made $50. That's better than ever, because I've never made that before just by sitting at home and, helping others. And now I get to pay for my gas. Just any of those little tidbits, because people don't relate to the, oh, well, you could be a millionaire one day when you do this. They relate to the little nuggets that bring them that desire and want to think, wow, maybe I could do this too. It starts out with making your first dollar before you think about making your, 100,000, 200,000, 1 million. Of course, those things are doable and you could totally do them, which I believe you guys all will. But start out with those little deals and those little nuggets of, wow, I never thought that just, being able to work while, feeding my baby, and I'm working on the computer helping other women reach their health and fitness goals. And I made $30 this week. I made $40. I made $100. And this pays for my hairdresser this week. This pays for getting my nails done, just self-care. This pays for my child's daycare for the month. Whatever those little goals are with income, and people relate to that. And then that'll make them curious to know what you're doing. Well, this girl works at home, but she has 2 toddlers and she's running around and she's doing this, she's doing that, and she's still working this business. How is she doing this? And that's why we have these coach sneak peeks and battling these objections that people have, because we're being relatable, but we're also showing them the value rather than just them saying no and us walking away from them. If they say, no, don't message me again, that's totally fine. But that's what you want. You want to get to that point where somebody literally says, no, stop asking me, or getting those conversations around, well, what it is that you're looking for. You tell me you don't have time, but we just had a conversation for 30 minutes on Facebook. Like, you could have worked out in that time. So there's different ways to go about it, but you guys, don't be afraid to have those conversations, because they make such a big deal, and those people who you don't have them with are potential people that you lose out with. And we just want to make sure we're talking to everybody and battling those objections and not being afraid to hear that no, because no's are definitely a good thing. So just keep that in mind. And again, our quote of the day that I love sharing with you guys is, thinking will not overcome fear, but action will. And that is by W. Clement Stone, one of the books that I was reading. But just keep that in mind and just write down your list. Keep hearing those no's. They will lead to yeses, and you guys are going to crush it. So